Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to make Soutzoukakia, which is the Greek meatballs in tomato sauce. And we're also going to make mashed potatoes and cauliflower as a side dish. So we're going to start with the ingredients. Let me get my ground beef. So it's about 1 pound of lean ground beef, or a half a kilo. And I'm going to empty it in my bowl. I'm going to add some old bread, which is a couple days old bread. You don't want fresh bread. I have it soaked in water. You soak it for about an hour or so. Drain all the water, squeeze it tight, and take the crust off. You just want the inside of the bread. So let me do that. Squeeze all the water really good. Just have a little bit of crushed. And add it to the mix. It's a half a loaf of bread. Now, I'm going to add some onions. I chopped 2 medium-sized onions for the meatballs and my sauce. So I'm going to use 1 for the meatball mix and 1 when I make my tomato sauce. So let's add this in here. 1 egg. Salt. I use sea salt, that's what we have here. Use as much as you like. Pepper. And garlic. You can use fresh garlic, about 4 cloves of fresh garlic crushed, or garlic powder. I prefer garlic powder. And I pour it, if I can open it. And mix all of this together. My hands are clean, so use your hands to mix everything. Now I did forget one ingredient, which I'm going to add in a minute. Let's just mix everything together. vinegar. Just a little bit of vinegar. I use red wine vinegar. And mix it. Let me turn my fryer on, my frying pan. Okay, to medium high. I want to brown my meatballs, but they're not cooked all the way. And while this is warming up, I'm going to start my sauce. In a regular pan, let's pour some cooking olive oil. This is made just for cooking. Just enough to brown the onions. Let's turn it on. And wait till it heats up. Now I have my potatoes boiling, so I cut them in half. I don't know if you can see them. And wait for everything to warm up. Okay. What we're going to do today, we're going to make the Soutzoukakia, that's the Greek name for meatballs in tomato sauce. We're going to make mashed potatoes, and we pour the sauce over the mashed potatoes, and we add the Soutzoukakia, and then we're going to make cauliflower for a side dish. We use it for salads, so we're just going to boil the cauliflower, and at the end we're going to add vinegar. You can add vinegar or lemon juice and olive oil and a little bit of salt. This is how we eat it. I don't have enough room right now to cook my cauliflower. When everything else is done, then I'm going to start the cauliflower. It doesn't take a long time. So I do have fresh cauliflower. Right here. It's not frozen. And I did wash it, so rinse it off a couple times with water. Just let it sit for a while till I'm ready to cook it. Now, the oil is getting hot. Let's roll the meatballs into an oval shape. It's a little different than the regular meatballs. And fry it up. I turn my heat down to medium. Get a fork. Make room to add some more. Now I'm going to add my onions. The oil is heated on the other pan. So let me turn it down. Let it simmer for a while. Let me check my meatballs. It probably needs to be turned. Oh, fell apart. This one. Not yet. Now you can use flour for this too. I might need to do that for my second stash so they don't get stuck at the bottom. All-purpose flour. That's optional. Now for the sauce, let's add the tomatoes. I blended about 3 medium-sized tomatoes. And I did add some water to it, so I don't need to add any more while I was blending it. Let's add salt. garlic, and a little bit of allspice, not a lot. And 1 tablespoon, big tablespoon of sugar. Good. I'm just turning my meatballs on the other side. I'm going to add a few more. This time I'm going to use a little bit of flour so they don't fall apart on me. Add a few more. Now the sauce, you bring it to a boil, then you turn it down. Don't do that yet. Always keep checking your meatballs so they don't burn. take my potatoes, just put the fork in. Oh, they're not ready yet. My sauce just came to a boil, so I'm going to turn it down to medium-low. Cover it halfway, and we go from there. So after I finish my second batch of meatballs, I'm going to add them to the sauce. So we'll see you in a little while. Okay, I'm back. Now, I already cooked my meatballs right here. And I suggest you use flour to fry them because they can fall apart on you. In a minute, I'm going to add them to the sauce, but now I am going to cook my cauliflower. Just fill your pan with water. And turn your stove on high, just to bring it to a boil. And when you bring it to a boil, you just reduce it to medium-low, and we go from there. It takes about 20 minutes to cook after it starts boiling. So now my potatoes are done. So I'm going to remove them from heat. Use my strainer just to strain the potatoes to water. And add them back to the pan. I'm going to add some butter. I use fresh butter. You can use about 1 stick of butter. If you like more, you can use more. Let's start mushing them. Add a little bit of milk. Sometimes it's hard to open. And continue to mash them. I want to make them creamy. So I'm going to add salt. Some garlic. Not a lot. of pepper. Now I used 4 medium-sized potatoes. You can use as many as you like. Nice and creamy. Let me cover it and let it sit. And I'm going to add my meatballs into the sauce. Okay. Let them cook on low heat for about 10 minutes. And that should be it. Cover them halfway. Stir a little bit. Mashed potatoes are done. Meatballs, Soutzoukakia are almost done. And we're waiting for the cauliflower. So I'm going to come back when everything is done and show you the final result. Okay guys, this is the final result. Make sure that when you make the cauliflower afterwards, you drain the water and you add a little bit of salt, lemon juice, and a little bit of olive oil. Enjoy your meal. See you next time. Bye-bye.